Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Second level cache. Yeah. Second level cache, guys. Everyone remembered? Hibernate supports how many levels of caching? 2 levels of caching, right? Okay. It is associated with what object? Session factory object. Associated with the session factory object. So it is called global cache. So definitely solidly it is called what cache, guys? Global cache. Global cache. Tell me, how does it works, guys? So application first searches in application searches for entity objects in the following order. Okay. Yeah. L1 cache of, come on. L1 cache of current to session object. L1 cache of current to session object. Next. L2 cache of session factory object. If not there, recollect while teaching L1 cache, I have given one diagram also. If not there, see, collects from database software. L1 cache of current session object, L2 cache of session factory object, collects from database software. Simply, literally, it collects from database software. Everyone got it? Yes, yes, yes. So definitely it collects from what? Database software, guys. Collects from database software and keeps in L2 cache and L1 cache. Then gives to application. Fine, boss. Now tell me here, L2 cache is built-in cache, configurable cache. It is configurable cache. Configurable cache. That means we can enable or disable it. Can I enable or disable L1 cache, guys? No. We can enable or disable it. It is a configurable cache. Understanding my point there? Okay. It also maintains, okay, I'll launch that one separately. We have multiple providers supporting L2 cache. Providers supporting L2 cache. From my side, no audio problem. Check your side only. Are before asking, please keep the habit of checking your devices, Ra Babu. Yes, am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Check your devices before putting message in the chat box. Okay, because you might have reduced volume while doing, while watching videos or while listening other songs. Check your devices also. Yeah, we have multiple providers supporting L2 cache, guys. Okay, EH cache, Easy Hibernate cache, B Swarm cache, C JBoss tree cache, OS cache, OS cache. Next, Tango Soul, Tango Soul cache. All these are free caches, guys. All these are free. This is commercial. This is commercial, guys. Okay. Popularly used. Popularly used. Popularly used. Note. EH cache supports both in-memory and disk caching. EH cache supports both in-memory and disk caching. What's the meaning of that? Once RAM memory is not sufficient to maintain what? Objects, it will not mind going and using hard disk memory. I hope you are understanding my point. Once number of elements are reached in what? Disk caching. Sorry, RAM cache. So it won't mind using some amount of hard disk memory also. So that is nothing but what? Disk caching, guys. That's nothing but disk caching. Okay. That uses some amount of hard disk drive memory if RAM cache has reached to max elements. RAM cache has reached to max. This RAM cache is nothing but in-memory cache. RAM cache is nothing but array. From the beginning I'm saying RAM means in-memory, right? Okay, fine. Now listen, guys, we have to choose caching strategies also. Strategies. Yeah, read only. Read only. Second level cache will remember the objects, will remember the records only while reading data from database, not while writing data. Okay, read only. L2 caching strategies I am giving. Next, read and write. Read and write. Okay, read only, read and write. Next one, JTA. JTA, when you do transaction management with the support of JTA. Okay, when you do transaction management with the support of JTA, I think something called non-strict is there. 1 minute. I'll search in the internet. Level 2 cache. Level 2 cache strategies. Okay. Level 2 cache strategies. Read only, read and write, transactional. Listen. Read only. Caching will for read only operation. Okay, I'll copy paste all the four. That's better. Yes, caching will work for only for read operations. Non-stick read and caching will work for read and write, but one at a time. Non-stick to read and write. Caching will work read and write, but one at a time. Got it? Read write caching will work for read and write, but can be used simultaneously. Can be used simultaneously. I hope you understood. Non-strict read and write means one at a time. Either while doing reading, it won't remember writing related objects. While doing writing, it won't remember reading related objects. Read and write simultaneously. Transactional. Caching will work only for a transaction. Whatever objects we are getting, we are saving only through transaction. Okay, caching will work. That means for select operation, transaction will not happen. Only for non-select operation, transaction. Okay, caching will happen because generally for select operation, transaction is not required now, boss. So it is opposite to read only. Check it out. It is opposite to read only. If you observe very carefully, transactional. For non-select operation only, we take the support of transaction. For select operation, we don't take. Okay. That means we should choose one provider. We should also choose caching strategy, guys. Caching strategy. Sir, how to configure L2 cache, guys? So that's what I'm going to give. Procedure to configure. Procedure to configure. Configure EH cache as L2 or level 2 cache in Hibernate application. In Hibernate application. Right. Step number 1. What is that? Step number 1. Okay. Tell me what is that? Keep any basic Hibernate application ready. Keep any basic Hibernate application ready. Okay, boss. So many applications are there, but I would like to keep one basic Hibernate application ready. Close object. Close project. Is there any select operation? Load object test, guys. Load object test. Save object, load object, loading object. L1 cache is there, na? This application. Oh, this is removed. 1 minute. I think delete that project. So other day we downloaded. 1 minute. Workspaces. Hibernate 914. Oh, we are not having any copy. Ayo, what to do? Why it is missing, guys? C drive, users, Naresh IT, Git 914. What is that here? Load object, load object, load object, load object. Code is there nicely, fine, no problem. Bring it. G drive, workspaces, Hibernate, 914, say paste, say paste. File, open, general, workspaces, Hibernate, 914. Where is this L1 cache? Say finish. Where is the project? Where is the project which I have now got it? Yes. Yes, we got it. Yes, guys. Copy, paste. Loading object, that's fine. Here I'm taking L2 cache. Indirectly L1 cache will be there. What is our project number, guys? 91. Our project number is 91. Okay, 91. Here we are ready with 91, guys. Close the project. Why red mark? Okay. Oh, that red mark is because of settings.gradle issue, na? Okay. Yes, we are having settings.gradle, guys. Change the title of the project. Say Gradle refresh. Yes. Say Gradle refresh. Still error? No. Delete this. Okay, I'm going for second level cache test. Second level cache test. Fine, that's not an issue now. Okay, remaining all are normal, guys. Step number 2. Add cache jar files to. Add cache jar files to. Okay, library. Build path or libraries. Add cache jar files to library or build path. Here is my build.gradle. So basic jars are there. Let me have mvnrepository.com. mvnrepository.com. Hibernate cache. Hibernate cache. Yeah, this is better. Hibernate cache recollection. Okay, 5.4.25. That's fine. Copy this, copied, say paste. Oh, I think we are in the Gradle mode. Huh? We are in the Gradle mode. Select Gradle, copy this, paste it. Add EHCache jar file to build path or libraries. To build path or libraries. Come on, come on. Are you with me? Second level cache test. Okay, guys. So we have added that jars here. Let's see. Jars are added. EHCache, Hibernate EHCache jar is added. Observe this. Fine. Next. Okay, I'll give those entries. Don't worry about that. Build.gradle here. Step number 3. Step number 3. Develop ehcache.xml. Develop ehcache.xml file having any file name. You can take any file name, any name you can take. Having ehcache related info. EHCache related info. Sir, how should I develop? I don't know. Go to Hibernate framework installation, guys. Simply go to Hibernate framework installation. Okay. Here is my project. Here is my project. So there will be some helper files, guys. etc ehcache.xml is there. Copy this wherever you want. You can keep it, but remember the location. So I'm keeping in CFZ folder only. Paste it. ehcache.xml. Remove all the nonsense. Just keep some information from here. Yeah, here explanation is there. Default cache you keep. Remaining things, all the things you remove. Disk store path is equal to java.io.temporary directory. Listen, when I ask disk caching, where to write the data? You should write to a property which is having temporary folder. OS is having one temporary folder. In that folder, okay, disk caching will happen. That means hard disk memory will be utilized. Max elements in the memory. I want to allow 100 elements. Elements means objects. Eternal is equal to false. What do you mean by eternal, sir? Set whether eternal timeouts are ignored and elements will be never be expired. So that means if eternal is equal to true, guys, okay, no one can delete the elements from the second level cache. So that's why don't ever keep eternal false. Sorry, true. Always keep eternal false only. If eternal is equal to true, no timeouts will work out, no objects will be destroyed from the second level cache. Time to idle seconds. What is this? Time to idle seconds 120. Time to idle seconds is what? 120. Are you observing this, guys? What's the meaning of that? Sets the time to idle element before it expires. Is only used element is not eternal. Idle timeout is now minus last accessed time. Last accessed time. Now minus last accessed time. Time to idle seconds, guys. Time to idle seconds. Time to idle seconds here is what? 120. Is that clear, guys? Come on. Are you getting my point there or not there? how much time the element, the object or entity object can be there in ideal state in the second level cache. Okay, that I am taking 10 only because for my experiment I am taking 10. Time to live seconds. Okay, na? Time to live seconds. What is the total lifetime? Total lifetime I am taking 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, whether it is idle or busy, it should be destroyed. Array, cache should be emptied at regular interval in order to get the fresh data by deleting normal data. Overflow to disk. If RAM memory is not sufficient or already reached to maximum elements, then should I use a disk memory or not? Should I use a disk memory for caching or not? Set whether elements can overflow to disk when in-memory cache has reached to max memory in limit. Max memory limit. When it is going for disk caching, okay, where that folder should be created, which memory, which part of the memory of the hard disk should be used. This is a property pointing to OS temporary folder. So in that OS temporary folder, our objects will be saved through serialization process. Serialization process. So this is very important, guys. Understood my point? Yes. Okay. These two things I copy first. hcache.xml. hcache.xml. Copy this. hcache.xml. Right, guys? hcache.xml. Then we are having hibernate.cfz.xml, guys. Here we are having hibernate.cfz.xml. Right. hcache.xml is ready. In which location I have kept, guys? com/nt/cfzs. In this package I kept it. Step number 4. Now the question is, how does it knows? How does it knows that it has to work with cache only? We should write some entries in Hibernate configuration file to enable second level cache. And in that process, I should also mention in so and so location, this cache.xml is available. So write entries in hibernate.cfz.xml file to enable and configure level 2 cache or L2 cache. Level 2 cache or L2 cache. Level 2 cache or what? L2 cache. Just a minute. Yes. These are the entries, guys. Second level cache. Okay, these are the 3 entries. These are the 3 entries. Yeah, you can collect from any sample XML file. Okay. cache configuration. See this cache dot use dot second dot level. Okay, fine. Say use underscore second underscore level underscore cache. True. Configuration resource name. Yes. Factory class. cache reason factory. By seeing this class only, it will be ready to work with second level cache. Cache as second level cache. It becomes ready to take cache as second level cache. Are you understanding my point, guys? Okay. So these are the three statements that we have to write, guys. Fine. In hibernate dot cfz dot xml. Hibernate dot cfz dot xml. That is step number 4. Step number 5. Specifies caching strategy. Specifies caching strategy. Okay, right now I want to do only caching activity for read-only operation. So that's why if it is XML driven in the mapping file, you have to mention, right, after ID tag, cache usage is equal to read-only. Cache usage is equal to read-only. It is not taking after ID tag, means maybe it is expecting before ID tag. Let me try. Yes. Cache usage is equal to read only. You have to specify caching strategy. What do you mean by caching strategy? At what time you want to keep the data in the cache? At what time you want to, while reading data from the database, I want to keep the objects in the cache. Okay, caching strategy you have to mention. In mapping file before ID tag. In mapping file before ID tag. Paste. Okay. I have written a before ID tag. Before ID tag, and already I have explained caching strategies, Ra Babu. Okay. Right. Sir, suppose I'm using annotations, then suppose I'm not using XML driven Hibernate, I'm using annotation driven Hibernate. Okay. Then we have other annotation called at the rate cache annotation is there. Just a minute. I'll go to that place only. So here we are having one annotation called at the rate cache annotation. At the rate cache, here you observe, at the rate cache, here see, read only, read write, transactional, non-strict read and write. Here we are having or not there, read only. So if you are using with annotations, because in annotation environment, this mapping file will not be there, right? Okay. In annotation driven environment. See, configuration file is common in both XML driven and annotation driven, right? Okay, only mapping file will not be there. So in annotation driven environment, what level? At entity class level. At entity class level. Step number 6. Develop the client application. Develop the client application. Yes, second level cache test, guys. Second level cache test. Okay, I hope this table is available. Insurance policy table is available because in the middle our insurance policy. Ayo, not there, Rabab. Not there, no problem. We will try to create it. We'll try to create it. Okay, we'll try to create it, not a issue. So we got a session object. That's cool. This is only loading object data is there. But right now our target is not just loading object, guys. It's more than that. Here no need of flag and all this stuff. No transaction management kind of stuff. Yeah, try today I didn't enable any contextual session. That's why I don't bother about enabling it. Okay, guys. Now L1 cache is built-in cache, guys. So let us assume 9001 record is available. Uh, right. L1 cache is built-in cache means it's built-in. We cannot. There is no need of. It's part of Hibernate ecosystem, right? There is no question of disabling it. Recollect long back we discussed without L1 cache Hibernate won't function until you call save method. There's no question of enabling and disabling. It always will be there, right? Because without in the basic workflow of Hibernate application, it will be there. It will be there because in basic activities it will be there. For example, uh, you, until you say tx dot commit after calling session dot save, okay, object will be there in the L1 cache only. Whenever you load the object by default, it will come to L1 cache only, right? So we cannot think about Hibernate without L1 cache. So L1 cache is not a built configurable cache. It's a built-in cache. It's a part of Hibernate ecosystem. Recollect. Okay. Session dot get insurance policy dot class 9001 gets from database. First time na guys. Gets from database and keeps in L2 and L1. L2 and L1 caches. Sysout policy. Sysout policy. Now listen. Sysout policy. Policy is equal to gets from L1 cache. Gets from L1 cache. This time, okay, here what I am doing, session dot evict policy. Session dot evict policy. Now I removed from what? Now I removed from what? L1. Removes from L1 cache. Okay, L1 cache. Now again I am treating. Gets from L2 cache and keeps in L1 cache. Keeps in what? L1 cache. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Right. Now, session dot clear removes from L1 cache. All objects it removes from L1 cache. All objects it removes from L1 cache. Okay. Now, thread dot sleep. What is this? Thread dot sleep. Thread dot sleep. Okay. So I have taken how much time here? Idle timeout. How much I have taken? Time to idle. 10 I have taken. Array 30 total lifetime. 10 is idle timeout. 10 is what? Idle timeout. Cool, guys. Here I have taken 20,000 milliseconds. 20,000 milliseconds. What is this? Exception E dot print stack trace. E dot print stack trace. What is this? Removes from L2 cache idle timeout. Removes from L2 cache also. Come on, guys. Not there in L1, not there in L2. Okay, next time when I call from this, again when I call from this, what happens? Gets from database and keeps in L1 and L2 cache. Gets from DB and keeps in what? L2 and L2 cache. Everyone understood this point, guys? Come on. But only the thing is we have to feel this one practically. In order to feel this one practically, we need to know, I think DB table is already given. Super, guys. Right. I think if I can execute it, table will be ready. Table will be ready. Yeah, someone is asking, give some gaps. Not required. Anyhow, queries will be displayed automatically. Gaps will be shown. Automatically gaps will be shown, but if you are insisting, I will put not a problem, because in the query say paste fine, guys. Anyhow, on the console queries will come now, guys, no problem. Okay, now listen. So far I have shown how to create a table, but I have not shown how to execute the query. So there is an option of, in SQL developer, there is an option of, array, where is the option? SQL worksheet. This one only. Okay. Here we can paste the query, guys. Array, this one has come. Here I can paste the query. Where is that? DB script. Copy this. Say paste. Okay, I think there is option of running the query also. Table insurance policy is created. Okay, now you refresh it. Refresh it. Insurance policy. Insurance policy. Yes, guys. Data is not there. So right now our primary importance is creating that 9001 record. Policy name Jeevan Anand. Policy type. Policy name Jeevan Anand. Policy type. Policy type. Okay. Life insurance. Company LIC. Tenure 20 years. Tenure 20 years. Okay, guys. Now let's see whether things are happening as we expect or not. Second level cache, guys. Okay. So whether things are happening. Because whenever it hit the database, query will be generated. When it is not hitting the database, record is displayed, means it has collected from the cache. It has collected from the cache. Okay. Run on server. Sorry. No server. Standalone. Na. Run on Java application. Run on Java application. I just want to keep both side by side. Let me keep both side by side. Oh, fine. 1 minute. I think other day for experiment purpose, getter method, setter method. Did I take any final methods, guys, anywhere? Final long. Other day for experiment purpose, we have done something there. Final. 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 That's why warning is coming. Don't worry. Yes, we are ready with select query, guys. Yeah, first time what happened? Check it out. First time it has hit the database, got the record from database, kept in what? L1 and L2 cache. Super. Second time it has got from the L1 cache. Second time it has got from the L1 cache. No query. Okay, this is the first time. Second time, no query. Okay, nice. Next, third time I removed from L1 cache, guys. That's why it has gathered from L2 cache, kept in L1 cache by creating object and kept here. Are you noticing it, guys? Next. Now, I made my application going to sleep state. I made my application going to sleep state for 20,000 milliseconds. But there I have given how many? 10 seconds only, right? There I have given only 10 seconds. That's why after that, when I call get method, again it is hitting the from database, getting and displaying the results. Our plan and theory both are matching or not matching. I hope you are able to feel L2 cache here. I hope you are able to feel L2 cache here. Come on. So you're able to feel the presence of L2 cache or not? Okay, sir. I want to disable L2 cache. Very simple. Okay, you just comment this or you write false here. L2 cache will not work. It's a configurable. How can you say it's a configurable? L1 cache without doing anything I'm able to use. When it comes to L2 cache, I should use it. I should specify it. Then only it is working. I should specify it. Then only it is working. Did you notice it, guys? Right. So what I want to do is this to this. Okay, no boolean, nothing. Actually, transaction not required for select operation. For select operation, transaction not required. If you remove also not a issue. Fine, boss. Right. These are the 5 steps that we have to. But I want to control second level cache, sir. If you want to control second level cache also, okay. No, I want to remove out. I want to remove everything from second level cache without having idle time. Then what should I do? Explicitly, I want to delete, sir. Then what should I do? Let's see. Cache is equal to factory dot. Oh, we don't have factory now. Okay. Why factory is not there? Because we are using hibernate util dot. Hibernate util dot get session. So since we are using hibernate util dot get session, come on. So there is no provision to work with this. So what should I do? In this application, in this application, don't get the session object like this. Otherwise, go to hibernate util dot java. Go to hibernate util dot java. Okay, get session, factory session, close factory. So here what I want to do is public static get session factory. Let me develop one extra method get session factory. Fine. Session factory is the return type. Session factory is the return type. Return factory. Return factory. Return factory. No need of transaction, leave it. Yeah. Get to session factory object. Session factory is equal to session factory is equal to hibernate util dot get session factory. Session SCS is equal to factory dot open session. Okay, session is already taken up. Fine, no problem. Okay, now we got access to that, guys. Tell me. Factory dot get cache. Factory dot get cache. Now you observe cache dot. Observe. We have a number of things, guys. Evict all. What is this? Evict all. Evict all means remove everything from that. Evict all means remove every object from that. Okay, now observe. Say paste. Say paste. Evict all. Tell me. It collects from DB and keeps in L1 and L2. Anyhow, here I will clear session dot clear. Tell me once again what happened. It removes the object from L1 cache. It removes the objects from L2 cache. And that's why again it will hit the database and gets the data from database. Again gets from database, keeps in L1, L2. Okay, now let's see Java application. Java application, guys. Okay, it is in sleep state. It is in sleep state. Let me wait for 10 seconds to complete. Completed. Now listen. After 10 seconds completed, it has hit the database, got the record. Last statement again, it hits the database, got the record. That means like this also I'm able to remove the content from the cache or not. Like this also I'm able to remove the content from cache or not. Come on. So like if you want to do anything on second level cache, get access to cache object, and there are a number of methods to call on that cache object. There are multiple methods to call on the cache object. Everyone got it or not? Fine. To control second level cache. To control second level cache. Cache is equal to factory dot get cache. Okay. Cache is equal to factory dot get cache. And we have a lot of methods to invoke, guys. Okay, we have a lot of methods invoke. Okay. And invoke various methods. Invoke various methods on cache object. Invoke various methods on cache object. Like, yeah, tell me what are the various options we are having, guys? Like, so these are the methods. Lot of methods are evict methods only. Check it out. Lot of methods are evict method only. Evict entire class. with the primary key, evict all, evict regions. There will be some regions also, all these things. Evict entity data or specific data. We have lot of things, guys. Okay. So I just take the snapshot of some methods so that you can feel them. Yes, paste. Okay, these are the various methods that you can call. Lot of evict triplex methods are there. Fine, boss. So this is about working with the second level cache. Okay, guys. Now there is something called query cache also. Really, sir? Yes, there is a query cache. Shall I show query cache, guys? I'll tell. When I talk about query cache, you will get idea. Query cache. Yeah. In second level cache, different content will be placed in different regions. Different. So to store, to get the single row operation records, some regions will be there. To get the records, to get and keep the records of HQL queries, some regions will be there. To get and keep the records of native SQL queries, some regions will be there. Query cache is the part of second level cache where, okay, where HQL query records will be preserved. HQL query records related entity objects will be preserved. Sir, now I enable second level cache. HQL query records will not be preserved as objects in second level cache. Certainly not. Certainly not. Definitely not. Come on. You want, you can check that. File save as query cache test. Query cache test. Region means a portion. Region means a portion. Query cache test. Right? Fine. No problem. Session factory is equal to hibernate util dot get session factory. Session SCS is equal to factory dot open session. Here is my catch block. Here is my catch block. Here is my finally block. End of the main method. End of the class. Okay, cool. Fine, boss. Here is my what? I will take one HQL query first. Query is equal to query is equal to tell me, guys. Session dot create query from insurance policy. From insurance policy. Control plus shift plus what? Query dot query. Right, guys. Then what is this? List insurance policy. Insurance policy. List is equal to query dot get result list. Query dot get result list. Control plus shift plus O. Right. Now you observe. List dot for each policy arrow sys out to policy. Policy arrow sys out to policy. Okay. Now I'll try to execute same query second time. I'll try to execute same query second time. Okay, with the same title I am. This time, second time only, na. This method will execute the query. Now you observe. Right. This is hitting the database twice or once. It is hitting the database twice or once. Both the time it is hitting the database. Are both the time same record, same objects. Why should hit the database twice? Bad or not there. So that means by default second level cache is not keeping query results in the cache. Query results in the second cache. Only single row operation entity objects it is keeping, boss. No sir, I want to keep query records also in the cache. Then we have to work with query cache. Query cache is part of. Query cache is part of. Come on. Second level cache. Without enabling second level cache, we cannot think about query cache. Part of second level cache, which makes second level cache to create query cache inside it and to hold HQL native SQL queries related records in the caches. In the second level cache, nothing but query cache. Okay, now how to enable this query cache, sir? To enable query cache, the first thing that we have to do is you have to write use query cache true. That's the first thing I have to do. Use query cache true. That's the one thing. Another thing, okay, now you observe, I used query cache true Java application. Still same thing now, guys. Still same thing. Okay, here you also you should write one word. Set enabler. Array, what is the method we are having? Set query cache. Set cache. Set cacheable true. Set cacheable true. Set cacheable true. Java application. See, second time it is hitting the database, collecting from the cache. Second time it is hitting the database, collecting from the cache. Collecting which cache? Query cache. Query cache, which is part of the second level cache. Small controversy is there. How many caches are there in Hibernate? Level 1, level 2. This is one answer. Level 1, level 2, query cache. Some people try to say query cache separately, but don't highlight query cache as a query cache is also part of second level cache. Query cache is also part of second level cache. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, boss. Now listen. It's a region. Listen. I want to specify region name, boss. Set region. Set cache region. See, there is a method called set cache region. Cache region. RG1. REG1. Okay. REG1. Okay. Now you come here. Now you come here, guys. Everyone focus, focus. REG1. My region name is REG1. Tell me here. Cache is equal to factory dot get cache. Acha, now we don't have factory object. Yo. Factory dot get cache. Yes, we are having factory dot get cache. Yeah. Factory dot get cache. Cache is equal to. Fine, boss. Now tell me. Cache dot evict region. Evict region. evict region, evict query region, okay, evict region or evict query region. What is this? REG1. Okay, now I removed that one. Okay, now at least you should agree it is a part of. Now you should agree it's a part of second level cache because this is there to get access to second level cache, right? Evict region REG1. Okay, now you take this. Now it will take this. It will collect from the database this time. Third time again query should come to hitting the database. Third time again query should come hitting the database. Kema, not Kema. Third time again query has come hitting the database. Suppose I have not written this line. I have not written this line. Then you observe. Then you observe. Third time also it has collected from the cache only. First time database, second time from what? Cache, third time again from cache. Suppose if I remove, if I enable this, okay, Java application. It is this time hitting the database. And if you observe very carefully, guys, if you observe very carefully, somewhere it will write also. Yeah, it is saying that I am creating entity cache. Okay, entity cache. Somewhere it will tell the query cache also enabled somewhere. Somewhere that message will be there if you see the log messages properly. Okay, entity cache is read only cache. Check it out. It is clearly telling boss. Provider specific unique. Okay, boss, see this missing caching strategy. Create this one instance to entity read only access. Make sure that define disable warning. See entity, this one. So somewhere that query cache, see, listen, missing query cache region was created on the fly. On the fly, created on the fly or not? Created on the fly. Forget about the word this one, but it is recognizing or not there. Yeah, see, if you want to disable that warning, you can write some entry. Okay, if not there, you create it. Cache dot missing cache strategy created. Okay, right. See, was created on the fly. So we are getting the log message also not. I think now you convinced it with the query cache, guys. You convinced it with what is query cache. Come on. Query cache is a part of. Query cache is part of second level cache. Second level cache. Okay. To hold the entity objects related to hold the entity objects related to HQL queries. To hold the entity objects related to HQL queries. HQL queries, native SQL queries. Okay, next. HQL means HQL also called as JPQL. To HQL or JPQL or native SQL or, come on, native SQL or criteria API queries. queries, criteria, API query, logics, logics. That means it must be enabled. If you feel this is second level cache, okay. Entity cache region 1, entity cache region 2, query cache region 1, query cache region 2. Like this, we can create different regions, boss. We can create different regions. Okay. Entity region 1 means nothing is, boss. Entity cache region 1. Entity cache region 2. Query cache region 1. Query cache region 2. Query cache region 2. So, so like this, we can create different regions, and there will be some default regions also. If no region is mentioned, they will be stored in default region. Okay, this is default query cache region. What is there here? Default query cache region. Are you understanding my point, guys? Default query cache region. So this is a default query cache region. Are you understanding my statement here or not there? Okay, that's nice. Fine. Okay. To work with, to enable query cache, to enable and work with query cache, guys. Let's see what we do. Number one, keep any application ready that is having second level cache. Keep any application ready that is having second level cache. Keep any application ready that is having what? Second level cache. Super. Next, step number 2. Okay. Next one. Enable query cache. Enable query cache in Hibernate configuration file. Where, guys? Hibernate configuration file. Hibernate configuration. Step number 3. Okay. Write the following code in the client application. Write the following code in the client application. Where is that, guys? Query cache test. Before pasting it, fun collects from DB and collects from DB, come on, keeps in query cache of, level 2. Collects from DB and keeps in query cache of DB. Collects from DB, no, collects from query cache of level 2. Query cache of query cache. Collects from query cache. Collects from DB and keeps in query cache of level 2 cache, RL2 cache. Yes, boss. Removes the entities from, what is that? Query cache region. REG1. Did you notice one thing, guys? HQL queries are not placed in what? L1 cache, L2 cache by default. Did you observe that? HQL query results or JP query results are not placed in L1, L2 caches by default. Did you notice that? Only single row operation method call related results are kept in what? L1 and L2 caches. Are you noticing that, guys? Okay. So by default, HQL query results, native SQL query result, QBC logic query results will not be placed in what? Okay, L1, L2 caches. They are there to hold into what? Query caches. That's the reason we have to think about going for query caches. You noticed this? So first time it has hit the database collected, but second time again it is hitting the database when I don't enable query cache. That means it is by default L1, L2 cache are not ready to hold query cache results. I mean to say query generated results, HQL query generated results. Okay, this is most important note. HQL query or native SQL queries or HQL queries or native SQL queries or QBC logic queries. QBC logic queries will not be placed. QBC logic queries will not be placed. Will not be placed in L1 and L2 caches. L2 caches by default. They can be placed only in query cache. They can be placed only in query caches. Guys, you got complete clarity about L2 cache and query cache. You try with native SQL and QBC. Same story, you try with native SQL and QBC. Everyone enjoyed, guys? So now tell me, how many caches are there in Hibernate? How many caches are there in Hibernate? How many caches are there in what? Hibernate. Okay. Yeah, two are there. Answer. Okay. L1 cache or session cache. That's the number one. Number two, L2 cache. L2 cache or session factory cache. L2 cache or session factory cache. L2 cache or second factory cache. Query cache is part of L2 cache. Some people says this one. Someone saying primary cache. Who is that primary cache, guys? Okay, fine. Right. Query cache is part of L2 cache, guys. Better not to say query cache as a separate cache, but better to highlight like this. Fine, boss. So this is about what? Caching. Only one last topic is left. That is what? Locking in Hibernate. How to do locking in Hibernate. If any discussions are required, bring to my knowledge. I will explain in tomorrow's class. Right? Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last class of our Hibernate.